Hi, my name is May.
Hi, my name is Kayla.
Hi, my name is Eric.
Jesus has been in my life like all my life, but it was like a routine thing because my parents were Christians. I was in a public school till 2nd grade and I went to a private Christian school because of COVID. And I went back to the public school this year. I was probably culture shocked from just like the first week of being there. There's only 5 kids in my class. And at my public school there's like 600. The kids are like smoking in the bathrooms and they're like swearing a lot. I was actually confused. I'm like, am I in the right grade? Like I saw it, like popularity was just in the TV show. I did not see that in the world. Like I know they'd be like, oh, I'm not friends with her, she's not popular, or she's different. I thought that was just like a Disney Channel thing. There's this one girl, she smokes and she's like, May, you should sit at my table. You should be one of the smokers. I'm like, no thanks, I don't really want to. And she's like, oh, you're not going to because you're a Christian. It's not just because I'm Christian, it's because it's against what I would do and what would God want me to do. But that also got me closer to Jesus by seeing the world, but then going back to Jesus and seeing the difference, like, wow. And this year, my twin sister, Jamie, she has autism and Down syndrome, and she went to like a home because it was a struggle with maintaining what we could do in life and not being able to hang out with other people while having to take care of her too. And it benefited her too because she was able to make friends that were like her. It benefited me too, but it was just hard, like from 13 years of always being with her to a whole year only seeing her like a couple hours on the weekends. I was here since I was like 1, and we took a break because of COVID again. And then my mom kept going. I started going to my dad's church. I invited my friend Michaela. Her family's not that great, like her parents aren't really there. And I invited her to my dad's church for a fellowship dinner. She had a lot of fun, and she asked for a Bible, and she's still using it.
I started coming to church when I was in elementary school. Me and my dad don't speak really. We don't have a relationship. So obviously it was definitely hard. It was a very broken home I grew up in, and when you get taken advantage of by a family member and you're told it's your fault and that you deserved it, it's very hard because your dad's supposed to love you. You're trying to take in why this all happened. You're questioning everything, your faith, your worth, your self-image. I figured, well, maybe if I sleep around with them, this person will love me because my dad didn't love me, so maybe I'll find someone that actually will love me and want to be with me. When I was in high school in the sophomore year, I ended up getting molested in the middle of a field. And then the next day at school, he went and trashed my name saying all these horrible things about me. Got through high school, like I was still coming to church at the time while these things were happening, and I got caught up in the way of the world, and I can live my life one way on the weekends, but the next day, I'm gonna go to church and be like, sorry God for what I did, please forgive me, and then go out and do it all over again. I got pregnant with my daughter when I was 19, and being 19, pregnant, I was like, how am I gonna make it through? Like, it's just me, I'm 19, I'm nervous, like I don't have anyone in my corner. Yes, I have my mom, but obviously my mom's not happy about it. I will always say that my daughter is a gift from God, because if it wasn't for Macy, I really don't know where I would be in this life. I might be 6 feet under, I might be on the street, who knows, because I was not living my life the way I probably should have. I would say though, when I was pregnant, that was when I rededicated my life to Christ, because I knew He was the only hope and the only strength that would get me through being pregnant.
We grew up being introduced into multiple churches. It was a part of our lives, but a very small part. Deep down, I always kind of like believed in a higher power, but I didn't know. During my teenage years, I didn't drink or do drugs, but I just replaced that with just violence and mischief at all times. I didn't think I was really doing anything wrong at the time. When finally all these bad things started to catch up to me, I got into an altercation with someone who was a lot bigger than myself. And I got rushed to the hospital, and the doctors said I had several fractures in my skull and severe bleeding. They didn't know if I was gonna make it throughout the night. My mom, my dad, and my brother were extremely worried. Yeah, I get choked up about this because of how strong my mom was. She didn't question one bit, didn't stagger, got my family together and just prayed. I made it through the night. They said he should be fine, but there's so much damage. I don't know if he's gonna be the same person, if his memory's gone. God bless, I was the same person. Ended up having no long-term damage, and Jesus was watching over me. Even after that, I still wasn't ready to listen. I started to tone down the violent part of my life. I think I learned my lesson there. Then I got introduced to alcohol. Just like anyone, like in their 20s, we're all just having a good time, partying and drinking heavily on the weekends. It's normal. My now wife, it put a big strain on our relationships at the time. But again, I never thought I really had a problem then. What brought me back to church and actually brought me back to Jesus was fatherhood. When Jess got pregnant, it came at the right time that it needed a change in both of our lives. After we found out she was pregnant, Jess randomly said to me, hey, why don't we go to church? I just said to her, yeah, I'll check it out. And we haven't stopped going since. I knew that I couldn't do fatherhood alone. I needed help. I needed Jesus.
Jesus would be someone who wouldn't judge you and would console you if something happened and would forgive you if you did something wrong to them. He's looking towards you, but you look towards him, but you sometimes turn away, and he's just always walking towards you. That day when we were doing the RSVP, I just felt moved to do it. I wrote my name down because I'm like, I want to learn more about God, and by showing other people that I follow him, showing outwardly saying that I know him.
Every time I would see the baptism videos, I'm like, I think this is God tugging on me. Kayla, you gotta rededicate your life to Christ. You gotta get baptized. And then I prayed in service. Literally last week I prayed in service. I said, God, if this is what you want me to do, if I'm supposed to get baptized, give me a nudge, push me if you have to, but just let me know that this is what I need to do. And my mom's like, Kayla, I think you're gonna get baptized. I'm like, Mom, shut up, no, I don't wanna do that. And she's like, no, Kayla, I think you need to, it's time. And I was like, all right, this has to be it. This must be the sign that I needed, that it's time to rededicate my life and give my story so people can hear that you're not too far gone, you're not too far broken, that God will pick up all those pieces and he'll mend you back together in his image. Yes, we're gonna mess up. There's gonna be hard days. It's not gonna be easy, but just keep coming back, because he's gonna leave the 99 for that one lost sheep. And I can say I was probably that one lost sheep that he kept coming back for it. No matter how much I pushed him away, no matter how far I tried to run, he still came. He still came chasing after me. And I think it's so I can be a light in this world and be an example to others.
I finally realized that, I'm not drinking all the time, but when I'm going with a few of my friends, I couldn't shut it off. There was no, just have a few and go home. It was all or nothing. That stage of my life, it didn't turn off until I had another episode where I just didn't shut it off. And we came to service that next day, and Amanda Mack's testimony just went right through me. I knew immediately, God is speaking to me. He's telling me, he's speaking through her, that I need to hear it today, right now. I just started to break down. I just knew that this is my time. I cannot do this alone. You're speaking to me, I hear you, I'm done. I haven't drank since, and I have no need to. It's in the back of my life. I want to get baptized today, especially on Father's Day, because this was a monumental point in my life. Fatherhood changed me forever. I spent so much of my life not listening, and fatherhood opened my heart and opened my ears. As I keep diving in and reading more into Scripture and His Word, I know what it is to be a godly man, to be a godly leader, to lead with love, to lead my family with love. So I'm fully embracing it. I feel like this is the right time to make my declaration that I'm following Jesus. I'm opening my heart, my ears. I believe I'm on the right path, and any path that He guides me on, I'm going, I'm listening. I'm done turning my back.
My name is May, and I decided to follow Jesus.
My name is Kayla, and I'm deciding to rededicate my life to Jesus.
My name is Eric, and I've decided to follow Jesus.